What's up, guys? Today we're going to take a break from doing our normal drink review videos, and today we're going to take a look at this lovely PS5 of mine. We got a nice little sticker shit on them. And we're going to be upgrading this new SSD M.2 because the PS5s have the nice lovely little slot on the bottom if you're looking at it. 2 terabyte. Looked at this versus the Fire CUDA side by side, and overall specs were about the same. Startup for the full load of a game, the Fire CUDA is faster, but in-game loading, Samsung showed, according to what I researched, to be faster. $50 less from the Samsung versus the Fire CUDA from, I think Seagate makes that one. But yeah, we're going to look at it. So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to pick up on this backside, lift, and then slide this direction towards the bottom. I run mine this way because it fits under my cabinet. But yeah, you're gonna pick it up, slide this way. You're gonna pick up this corner and slide this way. You're always gonna want to pick up on the corner where it's most narrow, not this side. Pick up and then push this way. Keep your hand here on this side. Use the other hand to pick that up and slide it like this. Pick up, slide. That's all it is. You can see the little tabs are kind of meant to do that little slidey motion. So keep that in mind. Set that off to the side. This is the side where you don't really need access. I'm just showing you this is where your fan is, this is where all the stuff is, and you can see the little holes. They're meant to slide in like that. So do the opposite. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to line up these little guys as best you can right on top of it, and then as it went off, you're going to do the same thing. Pop back into place. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be flipping it over. You're going to take it and just flip it just like this, end over end, end over end, and then what you're going to want to do is make sure that this side is facing you, and like I said, the narrow portion of it is this side. You're going to pick up on this side and then now push this way with your hand bracing here. Make sure your workspace is clean, no water, nothing around it, no dust, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to pick up the corner and push just like that, and there's the same piece. Now this side is where the goodies are and where the solid state's going to be going, right in this home here. So this is very important. I am no pro, so don't do this because I'm a pro. I'm not a pro at all. You're going to want to make sure you find the correct Phillips head so that you do not strip out this little guy or the guy inside there that I'm about to show you. So this one fits right in there like so. It barely fits in there, and you're just gonna slowly twist that guy out. Like I said, make sure it fits in there perfect. If not, go to a Best Buy, Home Depot or something, and pick up the proper tools. Another note, look at the size of this.
Don't lose
and look at those vents.
Screw.
That's a perfect spot for a screw to just abracadabra, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that to happen. Make sure you take this and set it somewhere safe, like away from it, and then what you're gonna do is just gonna pull this little guy up like this and out. And I always just set it just the way I take it out, just so I know where it's at. Line it up nice and simple, make it stupid simple so you don't mess everything up. You're gonna be taking this screw out with that spacer, and then you're gonna have to move the spacer in the correct spot to where whatever size SSD you have. Mine should be this one. I'm going to pause and double check, and then we'll go from there. Like I said, under further inspection, this little guy, which is just a generic Phillips, will not fit in that little guy there. So do not strip that out. I repeat, do not strip that out. I did not do it. So I have a wide assortment of tools because, you know, I work on Hondas and whatevers, you know. Anyways, I have an assortment of these. I found this guy to be the best fit. This is from Harbor Freight. Faux ×3, whatever that is. This little guy works great. And what you're going to do is you're going to just go right on it and just loosen it off. Again, this is a small screw, so don't put it down there in the fan where it'll turn into a fan of death because you will kill your machine. And then just slowly take it out of there. Be very careful. Set it off to the side so you don't lose it. And then fish this guy out. Even if you have sausage fingers, you can fish it out. And then you're going to open up the package. So we're going to open up this solid state there. I already broke the seal on it. Here it is. You got your little manual, and kabam, there it is. And what I'm going to do is just basically mock up to see where I need to put that spacer. And if you look here, side by side, to me, it looks like it fits right there. So we're going to put that spacer back, because the spacer goes on the bottom, right there. And then what you're going to do is hold it up slightly from the bottom. See if I can get that. And it'll fit right in, like so. And then the tricky part is to get that spacer lined up. So we're going to have to do some shimmying in just a moment to get that in the right spot. So, one second. Because all I did was hold the SSD in place like this with my finger here, and then I picked up on the PlayStation just slightly and tapped it with my finger, and it went right to where it's supposed to be. So then what you're going to do is take your screw. Can't really show this very well. I always put it on there ahead of time, and then guide it down ever so gently right into its little home. And then tighten it down, not too tight, just so it's snug, like that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. So now you have your heat sink in there because it's on top of the solid state drive, of course. But you can see there's no gap in there. And we're looking good. Spacer's on the bottom, it's on top. And we are in business for small business folks. Now we're going to do the opposite. But yeah, I just back in, we're going to do the reverse, put the top back on. Like I said, do not over tighten that, do not strip it, use the correct size Phillips so you don't jack your stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have a whole lot of regret to your brand new PS5. It's all jacked up. So remember, we're going to be pushing on back this way because this is the bottom, and we flipped it the other way. So we're going to go like this, put it back down on it, try to line it back up, and if we're doing it right, should just go like this, pop back into place. Easy as that. Oh, we forgot one thing. We forgot to put the plate back on. Pro tip, don't forget this plate. Now, all you have to do for this is, there's a little guy here, and it fits right under like so. Just like that, and then put the screw back. Also read on the plate that there's some controversy whether you put the plate on, put the plate off. PlayStation says put the plate on, so you know what? I'm going to do what PlayStation says this time and just put the plate back on just for good measure. Turns out this screwdriver actually fits this screw 1,000 times better. So we're going to use that one, put this back in, very gently find its home. Nice and snug, don't over tighten it. And then if you look at the top of this, there's actually the PlayStation square X triangle on top of it. How badass is that, right? And then of course my luscious mullet hair decided to migrate into place. And then like before, without the camera falling, back in, pop, goes the weasel. Now that you have your plate back on, you can take it and put it back in the upright position, whichever way that is, whether you have it this way or this way. I run it this way. Take your plate, safely put it back on, and then you will fire up your PlayStation after you put it back on, hook it back up, and it'll auto install everything it needs to do and format it properly, and then you can transfer everything to it. Then you're looking at that lickety split. You're super fast, fast as lightning, fast as Jack Frost. Have a Merry Christmas. That's it. Enjoy your SSD. Don't mind the screaming kiddos in the background. But another thing you want to do, before you put that last screw in, or the screw on the M.2 SSD, make sure you give it an extra little push into the slot. Mine wasn't seated all the way, so when I powered it up, I did not have this lovely screen where it says, please format now. We're going to arrow over and then format it there. It was not there, so I had to take it back off, take it out of the console, take it off the thing, double check it all. Look at I took the M.2 out, looked at it, because I'm like, man, I got a bad one, this one's bad, or I messed up the port or something.